What's poppin', y'all? Megan Thee Stallion recently just came out. This clip's been going around of her. I don't know if she was on TikTok Live, IG Live, one of these live platforms. And she started talking about all the rumors, which seem to be facts, of her basically being passed around, not in the entire industry, mainstream industry. Apparently, she was even letting people with 12 followers that just got SoundCloud Pro all up in that main. So this is the clip, and I think this clip is so dumb, and we're going to get into it. This has nothing to do with what she's about to say, but it provides good context. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys, then we're going to go into it.
It's like nobody be listening to my music. They be like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion. I cannot believe she likes to have sex. I cannot believe Megan Thee Stallion. We shall be. No, but I am turning over, a new leaf. And I'm stingy with a cootie cat. I'm not a freak anymore. Oh my God. I'm done with the streets. So toxic in the streets. I'm tired of the streets.
All right. So beyond this being just general cope and her being upset with her perception, she's clearly bothered by this. And this Megan Thee Stallion's an interesting character because everyone talks about this from like the male point of view, right? They're like, oh, this rapper was a nerd and now he was a nerd in school and now he's a rapper and he thinks he's cool and he's getting these chicks and he doesn't know how to act. Well, that's kind of Megan Thee Stallion. If you look at like photos and stuff of Megan Thee Stallion when she was in high school, and she even admits this with her interests, which actually helped her a lot early on with kind of like a male fan base. When she would talk about like her interest in cartoons and just a lot of different things, guys found this cool. And she was kind of like nerdy. So Megan Thee Stallion, she was the actual female version of like the nerd in high school. And now she's cool. And to her, probably it's like, whoa, all these dudes, all these types of dudes are giving me attention now that perhaps she didn't get from when she was in high school. That's what it seems like on the front of the surface, and she decided to, quote, explore these options, right? However, Megan Thee Stallion's got to stop yapping because, number one, she's a rapper. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about rap. We're not talking about Megan Thee Stallion getting ran through all that. I really don't care too much about that. Megan Thee Stallion is a rapper. She is one of the best female rappers in the game right now, skill-wise. She's demonstrated so. She comes back and she drops that Cobra song with a crazy music video. Looks like it was very high budget, very well produced. And the song, it debuted at number 32, which largely, my belief is that this was not inflated, but like it was a big comeback thing. We're dropping a new song. She's finally coming out. She's going to speak on a bunch of things. She drops a song. It debuts at number 32. It drops to number 64. It's still on the Hot 100, which is good, but does it feel like that it's on the Hot 100 to you guys? Because I'm going to give you a very, very good comparison right now. Give me just a moment to pull this up. Sexy Red, right? We can say she's more lit than Megan Thee Stallion right now. Not more famous, more lit, right? Well, she's got a song with Drake. We're not going to consider that one. The song Ski Eat, right? Which is way more poppin' than the song Cobra. A lot more people know about it. A lot more people have heard it. Ski Eat peaked. Its peak position on the charts was 62. It's at number 84 right now, or 83. It's around 83, 84 the past 2-3 weeks. That song is everywhere. Meanwhile, Cobra by Megan Thee Stallion, do you even remember what that song sounds like? And therein lies the problem, is I think Megan Thee Stallion, while she's been going through a lot with all of this case and her reputation, and I think a lot of people just stopped messing with her as a whole because the sympathy towards Tory Lanez kind of increased, and I think people they don't have to outright show support for Tory, but I think they're off-put by Megan Thee Stallion's behavior and kind of like how she's been acting before the Tory thing. So that kind of puts her in this little island by herself. And the problem there is she's got to get lit through consistency. Like if Megan dropped an album right now, and I think the industry didn't mess with the moves that she made with Carl Crawford when she kind of like dipped out on that dude who pretty much funded her entire career in the beginning and helped put her on and signed her. So now, not only was Megan Thee Stallion like getting active, right, moving around, getting ran through, there's also this belief, or that's permeating, which is Megan Thee Stallion is not even a decent person. and she's unpleasant. And when you've got these three negative things going for you, you've got to drop the best music of your life, because that will fix everything. If every chick, instead of messing with Lotto or messing with Coi Leray, which, I mean, come on, or messing with who else? Sexy Red, right, for instance. If they're all messing with Megan Thee Stallion again and they're bumping her music and she's the hottest in the club and she's the hottest in the streets, all this stuff is not going to matter. People aren't going to care how much of a terrible quote-unquote person she is, because we've heard crazy stories about what Travis Scott has done to people and how he treats people, and people still mess with him because he's popping, he makes great music, etc. So that can fix everything. But what do you think a Megan Thee Stallion album would even do right now? Is that something that people are even anticipating? Nobody's talking about this Cobra track. I feel like there was more conversation around the bars of Party's response to Megan Thee Stallion than there has been for the actual Megan Thee Stallion track. And this is a precarious position to be in, because Megan Thee Stallion, she's experienced a lot of success, which I wouldn't say is manufactured, but it was sympathy success, sympathy awards for what happened with the Tory Lanez situation, and while that was ongoing. And she probably felt like she's on top of the world in the sense that everyone loves her. And now that's kind of died out, whereas people are kind of like, okay, Tory, justice happened. Tory's in prison doing his time right now. Okay, we've moved on. And that sympathy aspect of like, oh, what are we going to see? What happens to her? And Megan is pretty much fully healed. That's not apparent anymore. So she's got to figure out a different angle. And that angle was good for 3+ years that we were subjected to constantly wonder about what's going on. And then the worst part about this is at the end of it, we don't even know what happened. We still don't know what happened. So that's the insanity of this all, which, man, who would have thought? You go through this whole court case and we still don't even know what officially happened. Now, of course, we know the outcome, but yeah, how everything led to one another, still don't really have the details. So I kind of want to see Megan Thee Stallion drop a tape before she drops an actual album. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion should be dropping an album anytime soon. Or an EP or something. We've got to see people posting Megan Thee Stallion like, yo, Megan is back. She's dropping bars. She's delivering shots at everybody. Like, if Megan Thee Stallion hops on a freestyle on, I don't know, LA Leakers or just one of these things where we see people hop on, and she's throwing subtle shots at all these dudes that talking about her a certain way, like people like Blueface, stuff like that, and she's coming back at them with bars, I think that's hard. And I think people are willing to I don't really think people care that she got ran through by all these people, but I think people are willing to overlook that if she's like, whoa, she's barring these dudes up. Are they going to respond? Blueface ain't dropping no diss track. This guy's busy writing hits for this other chick, which actually, that reminds me of a video that I got to do. So Blueface isn't really caring about rapping. If she's coming at people like G-Eazy or just dropping slight bars where people will pick up on the stuff that they're using against her right now, instead of being like, oh yeah, I like to get active. There's something wrong with that. Haven't you listened to my music? Yeah, we have listened to your music. And your music, you also said you were a savage and that, all this other stuff about being tough. And then, she gets a little scratch on her foot. That's not a scratch on her foot. I'm gassing it. She gets hurt and then she's up there on the stand crying. So yeah, we did listen to your music. We just don't believe your music. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you think that would be a good way for Megan Thee Stallion to kind of get hot again? Because she has to capitalize on this. And her going up and saying, oh no, I'm going to be stingy with the coochie now. What does that have to do with your music? We don't care at all. So I think that's probably like one of the better outcomes that can get her back into the mix. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.